Bonjour à tous, c'est Thomas, on est de retour sur ma chaîne pour l'épisode numéro 2 du vlog en Géorgie. Aujourd'hui, on est situé dans le vieux Batumi, c'est le centre historique. C'est ici que tout se passe, où tout le business se passe en réalité. Comme vous le savez, j'ai acheté 5 appartements en Géorgie et aujourd'hui, c'est la remise des clés et l'enregistrement au gouvernement de mes 3 appartements situés sur le nouveau boulevard.
Today we have one of our most trusted partners and investors from France, Thomas Boulmière, who purchased 3 units in Boulevard Point. Today Thomas is going to receive his keys, and also together we are going to discuss the best investment strategies to spin this investment.
For me, Georgia, it was an important part of the development of my portfolio because I already invested quite a lot of money in France and in Dubai, and I was seeking for new market opportunities. So what I mean by new market opportunities, it's more exotic product, it's diversification, and also potential flip opportunity and high ROI. Obviously, when you seek this kind of opportunity, it will be associated with a higher risk premium that I was aware of. But for me, in Georgia, the risk premium is quite high. So it's a lot of potential for investors, especially in the market condition, with big institutional investors such as Emaar entering the market. And yes, so for me, it was a no-brainer. And that's why I invested in 5 units in Batumi, so 3 units in Boulevard Point and 2 units in Portline.
But you know, Georgia is pretty random as well. So what actually attracted you? Like, what was the first factor that caught your eye to make you come all the way here and invest?
As I mentioned, I was seeking for diversification, so I had quite a big exposure on European Union, so I wanted something that is outside of the European Union, and I wanted to find some indicators that I know works well. For example, in France, I have a really big exposure in Marseille, which is the south of France, and I like the fact that I can do long-term and short-term the way I want. That's why I was seeking for a city that is close to the sea, with a lot of tourism option, with a lot of business option. So there is a high season when I can cash in a lot and I can still hedge myself on the low season. So Batumi is really on the edge of the Black Sea.
People who come to Georgia, there is always like a story behind it. But like, how did you find out about it? You were sitting in your apartment in Dubai and what, like the Instagram post popped up or what happened? So what made you actually like, okay, let me go research this country?
I was not based in Dubai. I was based in Hong Kong. I was not fully in the real estate market. I was a trader at that time. So as I said, I was seeking some new opportunities in the real estate market and I was seeking for some indicators. In Southeast Asia, you have a lot of investors going in Indonesia, in Vietnam. But for example, this country, there is no freehold investment. So what we call freehold investment, it means you will be the owner of your apartment, of your land, and it will be forever. You can give it to your kids and so on. And that was an important thing I was looking for, that I find in Georgia. Of course, I want a bigger exposure on the Middle East. And for me, you know, like Georgia is really close to all these Gulf country, this GCC country. I think, you know, it's a big potential economically. For some people, the fact, you know, we are close to Russia and close to all this zone can be a risk, but for me, it's a big potential because business-wise, there will be a lot of exchange between Gulf country, European Union, and potentially Russia.
Shall we go check your apartments?
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Wow!
You have a transformer studio. We have a kitchen zone here. It's totally equipped. It's equipped with the washing machine right here, with the appliances. We have a fridge right in here.
Other side. Don't break my fridge, please.
We can get this out, so there will be a bed. It's perfect for like digital tourism. Restroom, if you need.
If I need, yes. Sometime. Oh, you have a restroom in Georgia? Wow!
Going.
Yeah, so here it is.
No, the restroom is nice actually. You have water?
Yes, we have water in
let,
Georgia.
let me check because now I am a Georgian water expert.
Okay. Please do.
You have water? Now I am a Georgian water expert. But show me.
Georgia, we have a little bit of a tradition to celebrate a housewarming. And I know it's still a little early, but we always want to give our Georgian wine.
Still always more wine in
Of
Georgia.
course, it is Georgia.
Always
you know?
wine.
And of
Okay.
course, sweets. So the life here is sweet and
For my
full-
diet. Okay,
yes,
got it.
for
I
your
understand.
diet.
Okay.
If you work out a lot, this will a little bit compensate for it.
Thank
So-
you very much, Cathy. Appreciate.
Yeah, how about we go to the rooftop and celebrate a little bit? And I want to ask you a little bit more about your investment strategies in general and for this project.
Okay,
Overall.
let's go.
Yeah, let's go. But this is for me now.
Yes.
Now we are at the rooftop and we're gonna check out with you the spa zone, the pool that's outside. We also have a bar by the pool and a restaurant area. And here's the view where the mountains and the sea meet together. And that's where the Gonio is located. And
Gonio is here with Montemar, right?
yes, it's the one that's with Montemar and Gumbati residence. And also right after Gonio there, the Georgia ends and starts at the same time because there is a border with Turkey. So let's go check out the pool
Let's go.
and speak and talk money.
Okay, my favorite topic.
It's gonna be a great dining experience, but also an amazing lounge experience. The parties here are gonna be great. We're inviting a lot of
So we have a bar
musicians.
also here,
Yes, we have a bar in here.
and the bartender are ready.
Of course. The bartender was here from the first day we started building. Already ready to go. Batumi needed a place like this, especially in this location, in New Boulevard. It's my favorite place in the complex. And also the concept of the rooftop bar and restaurant place is gonna be amazing. It's gonna attract a lot of people, like a European crowd that's going to hang out in here. And it's just gonna be the best place to chill and party during summertime. So I can't wait until this place is like totally live. And it's gonna be an amazing crowd and an amazing vibe in here.
Ok, je vous prends en off quelques secondes juste pour vous expliquer en français ce qu'il est en train de se passer et comment le process de remise de clés se passe. La première étape, c'est que j'ai revu mes appartements avec Cathy et ensemble, on a vu les quelques petites malfaçons que j'ai envie qu'ils corrigent. Voilà, ces quelques derniers ajustements. C'est toujours le cas dans la construction. Il y a quelques dernières finitions de peinture ou quelques derniers détails. Ils vont les corriger dans la semaine et je serai prêt pour intégrer mon appartement. La deuxième étape, ça va être de faire l'enregistrement de mon appartement à la House of Justice. Donc la House of Justice, c'est un endroit où on enregistre l'ensemble des transactions immobilières en Géorgie. Ça correspond au Dubai Land Département à Dubaï. Donc c'est un modèle un petit peu différent de ce qui se passe en France, parce qu'en France, on passe par des notaires et c'est un acte notarié. En Géorgie, c'est un registre public et du coup, ça aussi justifie des frais de transaction bien moins chers, c'est quelques centaines de dollars. Une dernière chose et un dernier point, c'est qu'on va faire une petite interview avec Cathy qu'on vous a préparée, qui sera disponible sur mes réseaux, mais aussi sur les réseaux du développeur en question. Allez, à tout de suite.
So you bought 3 units here in Boulevard Point, right? What's the best strategy based on your expertise to get the most out of this investment?
First thing first, people need to understand exactly where we are, because in Batumi there is multiple areas. As you know, there is the old Batumi, the new Batumi. Right now we are based in the new Batumi. We can go to the airport in 5 minutes, and it's also a developing area with a lot of opportunities, with new business coming, with potentially a new mall and so on. It's going to be in the middle of a growing area. That's the first important thing as an investor that I was checking. So this part is about capital gain. It's going to provide me some potential in terms of capital gain. Now the second part is the yield, how I can rent this unit. First demand will be from tourism between June to September, and it's going to be the high season with families, with people like young people coming for vacation and so on. But also on the low season, you are so close from the Turkish border that we know, like some people, even in the low season, they will come to profit from all the amenities of this kind of building, from the casinos and so on and so on. So this location is really strategic in terms of capital gain, but also in terms of yield.
And speaking of actual numbers, what do you think you can get out of this investment pessimistically, realistically, and optimistically?
Okay, so in terms of capital gain, that's a unit that I bought at 2,000 US per square meter. As you may know, like a new Batumi a few years ago, it was more between 1.3, 1.5 thousand. So when I entered the market, price already inflated, you know.
Yes, when we started with Boulevard Point, the turnkey condition was about $1,400.
Yes. So,
Now we're at what, at $2,200 a square meter?
yeah, so that's the point. This area is already growing, but I see still some potential of growth. There are some developers in New Batumi, but also in Old Batumi, selling already for more than 3,000 USD per square meter. So because it's a delivered product, we will have some arbitrage strategy and we will be able potentially to flip. I don't want to give number because it's always difficult to know where the market will be in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but I still see some upside potential. In terms of yield, I think the new Batumi, we usually say that you will be between 8 to 12%. If you combine a strategy when you rent short term in the high season and you rent long term in the low season. The biggest risk in the low season is the vacancy. So if you keep it the short term, sometimes it's where you can lose a little bit of money.
Yeah, by the way, Batumi is now growing in terms of the popularity as a hub of digital tourism. I now recently found out there is an EPAM office in here in Batumi.
Yeah.
And I have my friends in big IT firms over in United States who are already interested to build a hub for their employees in here. So that's potentially also going to help with the vacancy situation during off-season.
That is true. New Batumi, it's an area, of course, we should focus on. But there is another area, which is Gonyo, which will be, according to me, a big hub for nomad worker. Also because there is some project of SFZ. So what we call SFZ is Special Finance Zone. And there are some projects of developing a Special Finance Zone and potentially a free zone.
That's really cool. And do you, out of your experience, you've spent already some time researching around Batumi, around Georgia, around the market. What is the amount that you can realistically buy a good investment for? And what's the lowest price that you can get something for, but the lower you won't ever go, even if it's available?
So the point is, in Batumi, you can find everything. You can find super cheap apartments. Also, you can find apartment at 45,000 US dollars. But first of all, what most investors got tricked, it's when you have an investment at 45,000 US dollars, it's most of the time a white frame, dark frame, green frame condition. I don't really know exactly what it means, but what it means is like your apartment will not be terminated, and you will be the one who need to do the last renovation of the apartment. So you will need to do the floors, the kitchen, and so on. So first of all, when you see an apartment at 45,000 US dollars, you need to ask the developer which condition it is. Then now, even in the same condition, let's say semi-furnished or white frame, dark frame, so on, there is really a big difference in pricing, but also a big difference in terms of quality. It's easy to have super cheap product in Batumi, but I don't think that's where the market is.
Super cheap is what, to your opinion?
If you have a studio at 55,000 USD, it means that you are really in the cheap segment.
Like a risky zone? For
me, it's a risk zone now because there is a lot of inventory of this kind of product in Batumi, especially with some developer who has been building huge tower full of this product. So, even in the high season, in the high season, you will have no problem to rent this product because there is so much demand that yes, it's going to be rented. But in the low season, it's really important to have a qualitative product because competition increased, and then only the qualitative product will find a tenant. So that's why I would consider now for a studio at least 75,000 USD, and for one bedroom minimum 90 to 100,000 US dollars. It's really the bare minimum if you want something with good quality, with an area that is sufficient for people to live in a long-term period.
Realistic. Thomas, thank you so much for being here with us, being a part of this project, and a part of this journey of Georgia developing as well, because that's very important. And I really personally hope that with people like you who are coming in this country and help us develop it to a whole new level, we're going to have not only an amazing future for the market, but also a potentially fantastic hub of interesting, unique individuals from all over the world. So thank you so much for coming, and I wish you congratulations on your units, on your apartments, and I wish you that it brings you many great memories in Georgia. And also, of course, high investment returns.
I'm sure it's going to happen. Thank you for being professional. Let's keep in touch for incoming opportunities in Batumi.
Okay, deal. And let's party later at the rooftop.
Sure.
Boulevard Point.
Of course we will. Bon les amis, ça y est, j'ai enfin reçu mes clés de mes appartements. Donc ça y est, c'est la deuxième étape, c'était le deuxième vlog. Le premier vlog, on a fait une revue de chantier ensemble pour vérifier que les travaux avançaient. Maintenant ça y est, j'ai reçu mes clés, je vais enregistrer les appartements et devenir officiellement le propriétaire de mes appartements. Ça va être enregistré au gouvernement de Géorgie. Maintenant la troisième vidéo qui va arriver dans quelques mois, ça va être plus chiffré et plus basé sur les rendements réels. On va voir combien j'arrive à faire d'argent avec mon investissement en Géorgie. Si tu ne veux pas louper ça, abonne-toi, like et partage la vidéo. Allez, ciao, à bientôt.